So for a small minority of y'all, you might be caught off guard because you might think that you've already seen this video before. Well, that's because I did upload it, but I decided to make it private because after watching it back, I realized that I said some things that I kinda regret. It's nothing criminal really, I just said some stuff that I thought was a bit too cringe to leave on the internet, and recently I have learned that leaving digital footprint that can be used against me is not a really good idea. But don't worry, it isn't to the levels of Sykkuno.
My XP bar is low, but no, I do.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But also, I feel like I made that video way too early considering that I reviewed that manga back when there were only like 5 chapters, and now that it's doubled that amount, I gotta say that I've changed my opinions on it. It's kind of a unique case where I didn't know whether the series was gonna be good or not, and although it has a mommy, I wasn't particularly sure if it was something to continue reading, so I dropped it. That is until I picked it back up again off of a pure whim, read it from beginning to the end, and I felt emotions that I didn't think I would feel from reading this manga. It gave me moments of scare, arousal. Some could even say that this manga has made me feel scaroused. And this panel that you see on the screen right now is so me-coded that I literally put it as my desktop wallpaper. Yes. For those who have watched my stream, you would know that I am not joking. And also, I've read the comments saying that I'm losing my edge because I claim to be a mommy supremacist, yet I haven't made a video based on mommies in a long time. And when I did, they were just tame glazing. Whatever that means. So I guess people wanted me to be more degenerate? I mean, sure, I can do that. So, with all of that being said, buckle up on your seats and horses and join me as we dive deep into the manga known as... Let's start things slow. You see, this manga is about a gloomy kid who has no friends but has a constant habit of staring at his classmates with disdain and anger until his childhood friend stops him from being the asshole of the classroom. We're gonna call her Justina and we're gonna call him Albert. Okay, I get it. Fine. We'll call him Bob. You see, the reason why Bob glares at his classmates is not because of anything bad, really. He does so whenever his classmates talk shit about their moms, and whenever they do, he thinks to himself about how privileged their lives actually are. This is because Bobby-kun actually doesn't have a mom. She died giving birth to him, so he's never understood the comforts one would have when they have a mother to embrace them, which Justina looks at him all weird for, and tells him to get his mother complex sorted out. I don't know why she's doing that. Like, isn't that fucking normal? Bro doesn't have a mom and he just said he wants a mom. Are you stupid? But yeah, no. Bob is a gloomy person because his life in itself is pretty damn gloomy too. Whenever he eats outside, he gets reminded of scenarios he never yet should have got. Whenever he goes home, he goes alone. And on the rare occasions that his dad does come back, which is so rare that he gets surprised whenever he does, his only family member left ignores him and doesn't really give a shit about what his son really does. To the point where he wonders if that guy is even really his dad. And when he goes to sleep, he balls himself up, cold, lonely, wishing for a mother's warmth. However, today was a little different, because before he went to his slumber, he got a match notification on his phone for his quote-unquote MILF hunting app. Wait, that exists? Holy moly, I gotta get that shit now! So he lies about his age, goes to meet her at the very next day, and before he leaves out of hesitation, the mommy he matched with came out like an angel that has fallen from the sky. And the moment he meets her, he immediately falls under zero pressure. I mean, seriously, anything she does, he has no idea how to respond. She takes off his hat, calls him adorable, pats him on the head. Bro just got a mommy overload in those 15 seconds of interaction that he might just well bust right there. So anyways, she goes and invites him to her room, so he lets himself in as she starts cooking for him as her idea of a date. And he's like, wow, a mommy is cooking for me. And then the food comes out, which looks absolutely bossing. And he takes a bite and he's like, wow, this is so oishi. And she would say, ara ara, mo, it's all over your mouth. And he would say, oh wow, to think someone like this exists. And I would say, mommy, this curry is delicious, but I think you would be tastier. And you would say, come on Kiwi, this ain't that type of manga. And then I would say that you're wrong, because right after that she starts talking in a sultry manner and asks if he wants to shower, to which he's like, eh? And she's like, is this your first time dating a sugar mommy? Then she starts getting closer. He starts blushing. Her hand slowly makes his way up to his shirt until he says, dame! Gomenasai. I didn't know this was what sugar mama dating is about. I just wanted to know what having a mama is like. Huh? どういうことだ? So, you do not have a mother, and that's why you tried to find out what having one was like, which then led you to lie about your age and tried to make me your mom. I'm very sorry. What am I doing? Bobby-kun? Yoshi. Daijoubu. All you did was tell me the truth. You could have lied and kept it a secret, but instead, you came clean to me. Ureshi. You must have been so lonely without your mommy with you. It's alright. I'm here with you now. So gentle and warm. Such boundless acceptance. This is who mama is. Oh, I know. How about we do some mommy stuff while we're here? Mommy stuff? Dore? Jajan! Here, lay on my lap. Now I'm gonna make sure your ears are all clean. Kimochi. Why does this feel so staring around inside my ear? It feels like I'm being violated. Whoa! What do we have over here? Do you maybe want to step back for a bit, ma'am? Well, turns out she didn't. In fact, she went even harder. As Bobby is covering his face out of embarrassment, she tells him that it's natural for him to feel this way. Continues on by saying that this is only a normal occurrence, even though we know that is damn well untrue. Yet, no matter what we think, she wraps him around her arms, whispers sweet nothings in his ear, telling him, when you're with your mommy, you can act however you wish to. Just relax and let me pamper you, honey bun. And please, call me Mommy. Yeah, I'm folding like a wet blanket. Here are my keys, my money, my dogs. You can have all of them, lady. Now, I can already feel some of you guys pulling back. Some of you, okay? The ones who always have the moral high ground, or always gotta stay within the law, or try to be decent human beings. Yeah, whatever. And I get it. Kiwi, how could you say such horrible things and allow this kind of terrible behavior to happen? Well, first of all, it's the author's manga. Like, I don't have any power in changing anything for the story. Second of all, I think grooming is terrible, and whoever does it needs to go to jail for at least 50 years. Duh. And you guys need to remember, I never once said that I advocate for this behavior to happen to him. I advocate for this behavior to happen to me, moi, aku, myself, me. So when the school somehow found out about his sugar dating and gave him a 1-month suspension, I thought that was kind of weird. Shouldn't you like give him help instead? Anyways, point is, clearly the people in this manga are still right in the head because they view the situation as something to be condemned, as they should. But then a time skip happens and Bobo's dad suddenly introduces his new wife, who is somehow, the same mommy that he met with a few years ago. Nani? Hi Pookie Wookie. From now on, I'm going to be living with you forever. I mean, living with you as your mom. What? But this makes no sense. I know, right? I don't even know this woman. What? Anyways, I'm gonna go to Singapore now. Hope you guys have fun together. What the shit, Dad? And she would go, bye-bye, honey. Anyways, I look forward to living with you, boy. And he would go, okay, and brought her back to his house, which we can all agree is the wrong choice. Because if you're suddenly living with an older woman who once did sus-ass shit to you that even got you suspended, and when she comes back to your life, everything else she does is still kind of fishy, like how she coincidentally started dating his dad after he got in trouble, or how the dad so happens to leave right after introducing you two together, or how she just has those dead, silent eyes that look akin to a predator on a hunt to its prey, the first thing you should do is probably call for some help. But I would say... Legally, it's questionable. Morally, it's disgusting. Personally, I like it. I don't give a shit. I want to be groomed. I want to be a victim. You can try to cancel me all you want. I'm not even on Twitter. Oh shit, I actually am, but I don't even use it that much. And when I do, guess what I use it for? You guessed it, gooning to some more mommies. Mommies that I wish would come and make me feel helpless and destroy me. No, don't walk away. You wanted this. You wanted me to be more degenerate, right? You want me to stop pulling my punches? No? Well, here I am. As much as this kid needs help, I want to be in his position. And don't act like you wouldn't be either. There's a reason why you sick fucks watch me in the first place. What, you think you're here because of my bubbly personality? Don't even lie to me. You just want me for my gooning material. Here I am, spending all my mornings reading manhwas and dojins with mommies. I'm not joking, by the way. I just started recording this video after reading this, and this. And this guy can now wake up to the sight of a MILF who is fucking obsessed with him. Please, Jesus Christus, reincarnate me into a shota in a world where MILFs would come prowling at me all hungry. This isn't fair. I'm over here dying of thirst while this kid is drowning. Please. Oh, that guy. I'm begging you.
I don't wanna be afraid of criminals. I don't wanna be afraid of dangerous politicians. I don't wanna be afraid of you or of me.
So this manga is clearly trying to set up some sort of psychological thriller as opposed to one of those weird rom-coms where morals go out the window just for the plot to make any sense. Because the people here genuinely believe that whatever they are doing is suspicious. The teachers find it weird, people find it weird, Adobo's childhood friend found it weird that she even got her own Chris Hansen investigation thing going on with intervening with their relationship whenever she can. But Adobo himself doesn't find it weird, which actually kinda makes sense because he doesn't know what moms are supposed to do since he never had a mom. So a lot of times you just see him accepting whatever comes his way and sees it as the norm. Even when there are doubts, he still chooses to believe her over his own natural instincts. But whenever he does, it always ends up backfiring and gaslight him into thinking that he's the silly one. Let me give you an example. You see, this woman is very smart. She makes sure to put all the moves on him whenever they are in an enclosed space or somewhere only these two could interact. But she also makes sure to never get too far deep in the case that someone might walk in. For example, she does a little bit of the treatment and is totally trying to trigger his teenage hormones. I mean, come on. Sure, I can feed my mom, but the moment I see her lick my ice cream all sensually like that, I am throwing that shit on the ground. But she's still only shallow dipping in the case that somebody walks in, which someone actually does, being Chris Hansen. But when she does confront her, there really isn't anything for her to corner her with because she really hasn't done anything wrong. If she goes and says that this woman was trying to seduce him by licking ice cream, she would already look stupid like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? Kinda sounds like a you problem. So then she leaves, achieving absolutely nothing, and then when he goes back, they immediately start taking a bath together. What the fuck? God, I wish that was me. And during this entire scene, it has been more clear that this woman is teasing the absolute crap out of him. I mean, seriously, watching all the way to his legs just to hit him with the oopsie, didn't mean to go that far, yeah, okay, bitch. And then she even flipped the script about Chris Hansen and use it to her advantage by saying, hey, I think you guys would look cute together, but before you do, I'm gonna have to teach you everything about a woman's body. Jesus fucking Christ, you are so manipulative, lady. And that scene goes exactly how I expect it to be. She plays with his feelings, toys around with what he wants to do, pulling away after slightly rewarding him for every touch. I mean, just fucking look at her. This is the biggest gotcha face I have ever seen. And then when she's about to pull the final move and go for the ending seal, he stops her and rejects her. This is the rare case where his instincts win over her teachings. He finally fights back. He prevented himself from having to call the CPS. This should be a W. But instead, she pulls it off by saying that he did the right choice, telling him that if the situation ever comes to these two, the right thing to do is to reject her and wait until you both get older, which then made him feel stupid for doubting her and even made him apologize to her and think that she was doing all of that out of total concern over him. Holy shit. Do you guys realize what fucking IQ move she just did there? This is Tony Cruz levels of playmaking. So we can all agree that she was definitely trying to do some shit here. But she also knew that there would be a chance where he would reject her. But she thinks, well, either way that would be good because I can hide it under the guise of teaching him an actual good lesson of sex education. Which is true. Like, the things that she said aren't wrong. In fact, none of her teachings have really been incorrect per se. But the thing is, this move of telling him good job not only gives her the clear, but it also tells him to not interact with her anymore. She met Chris Hansen once and immediately went into work to manipulating him to avoid her, his childhood friend, not only to keep herself safe, but also to get rid of any notions that these two could ever develop romantically. So really, the moment she even tried this attempt, she was already in a win-win situation. If he accepts it, game over. If he rejects it, she gets rid of the obstacle and manipulates him further to gain her objective. Which then leads to the question, what is her objective? When I last uploaded this video, this was a big mystery that I tried to figure out, yet to no avail, and although I still don't have the answer to that question, the evidences and theories you can make from the hints given to you are very damning. It really adds layers to the manga and the characters written in the show, especially to this manipulative mommy that we've been following the story of. This manga sets itself up as Bobby learning the ways of how to have and treat a mom, regardless of said mom's intentions, so at times he would ask Justina for advices and her being someone who cares for him decides to help out. Like when it was Mother's Day and he wanted to get her a gift, so they went on a bit of a shopping date to figure out what this new stepmom would like. He already has some sort of trauma because the last time he gave a gift to a parent, he was met with heartbreak. But the previous chapters before this has all been convincing him that she's different, that she won't break his heart like his dad did. So with that in mind, he gave her a gift in the form of a bouquet of flowers, to which she accepts and creates a happy and wholesome atmosphere between this unlikely pairing. And then she was surprised that inside the flowers laid a teddy bear, making it to be the second gift Bobby decided to give her. And she was like, "Aw, how cute!" And he was like, "Yeah, it reminded me of that plushie that I saw in your room all those years ago, so I thought that you would like it." Okay, that's fucking terrifying. So, what the fuck is happening? Why did she suddenly have this outburst of darkness? Did she suddenly get possessed? Keep in mind that we've already occasionally seen her shift moods like it's nothing, but never to this extent. Not to mention, she always made sure to do it in an angle where nobody could see it, especially Bobo Boy. Yet this time, it was almost like she couldn't contain it, which accidentally led him to seeing this twisted face of hers. It's kinda creepy. Later chapters would continue on showing these sudden shifts where this mommy would make the entire mood of the manga dark, and it's definitely getting more frequent as the series goes. And each time it's happened, it gets me more confused on what this woman wants. But somehow, it also makes me more convinced that she genuinely cares for Bob Marley, in both ways that make it right and wrong. Some moments she would be a genuine good parent that heals our boy's traumas. Other times she would act in a completely sus manner that would definitely put her in jail and put him in a position that I would like to be in. God damn! Just a joke. I'm just kidding. No, but really, when these romantical scenes happen, a lot of times it is due to Bobarosa's advances. He's the one who pushes her down. He's the one who makes the moves. He's the one who wants her to see him as a man. But also, it's almost like she's leading him to do these things. I'm not the type to say, "Oh, she's asking for it, just look at what she's wearing." No, just hear me out when I say this. Let's go back to this panel. He pushes her down, leans in for a kiss, and it looks like she is about to accept it. But then a text interrupted her, and she has this sly smile on her face. Why? And then when he said the text was from Justina, she gives us this look that I don't know what it's supposed to mean. And then she goes on and sets him up to pretty much get closer to Justina on some kind of dating type shit. And then she's like, "Okay, let's go to sleep." And he's like, oh, okay. Dang it. I was so close to getting that whop. And then the manga turns and reveals her face looking like this. And so many questions are flooding my mind already. So I've been saying that she's constantly leading him on to make these moves as a hormonal teenager, but this face suggests that she doesn't want him to do so, and it's almost like she's upset that Bobby nearly kissed her. Cause then I would go back to this panel and then I realize that he's the only one blushing. Was she about to accept something that she didn't want to happen? So from what I'm gathering, here's my theory on what this woman wants. We've gotten hints that her original household was a mess, or at least something she doesn't have fond memories of, as she's mentioned that her motive is that she simply wants to be Bobo's mom, which we call bullshit on. But what if it isn't bullshit? What if she really does just want to be a mother to this boy and have a normal parent-child relationship, and her quote-unquote leading him on is to tests if he would cross the line with her. And that's why when he nearly did, she has this face, almost like she's massively disappointed that the normal relationship that she wanted almost turned out to be a failure. Am I thinking too hard? Am I reaching? I don't know. But what I can say is that this manga does an amazing job in keeping you on your toes and making sure you know almost nothing that is going on and keeps you confused despite its usually cheery tone. And one thing I know for sure is that this manga will continue in making you feel that way, and as much as we like to joke but not really about how we find this mommy hot, we can definitely agree that she's a very well-written character, whether she's a protagonist or an antagonist. But hey, that's just a theory, a gooner theory, and I still want her to fuck the shit out of me.
The moon is made of cheese, but I can't taste it.
Alright, that's the end of the video. I'm not gonna be giving it a score because... actually, I'm gonna just score it quickly and give it an 8 out of 10. But yeah, I just think that the score constantly changes whenever a new chapter drops, but it generally stays within the 7 to 8 range. Anyways, this video has an uncensored version on my Patreon, so go and check that out. And also, the Kiwa channel is pretty active where I live stream once or twice a week. The streams with y'all have been extra fun, and also it gives you guys more chances to learn about me, I guess. Because apparently a lot of y'all didn't know about some information, like how this Kiwi channel isn't technically owned by me, which was a shocker to say the least. But I get it, I never explicitly said it, so I can understand why some of y'all were mind blown by the information. So yeah, maybe next time you'll find out that I'm actually a performer who sings and raps in Chinese. Yeah, imagine that. Instagram and Twitter handle is the same at KiwiLol, so go and follow that to see announcements. And yeah, I don't think I have anything to say. Oh, actually, I also use Instagram more than Twitter, so just looking out for that. And I post more on Instagram. Yeah. But anyways, I have nothing else to say. See you guys next time. Bye.